believe we're live. Closer yet. There you go. How's everyone doing tonight? See if I can try and get the chat up here. There. Why is the chat not uploading? Can everyone hear me at all? Or am I not seeing the chat? Good evening, James. I think I got it figured out now again. How are you doing tonight? Come here. Can you see it? Can you see it? Sit. Alright. I just got done editing a video for Friday, so figured I got another hour or so before bed and it's a decent night out, so why not start a fire for a little bit, and haven't gone live for a while, so figured it'd be a good night to do that. Hey Dan, how are you? Hey Jeremiah. I was trying to watch your video as I was eating dinner tonight. Got about halfway through it. Looks like you got some decent wood in your yard, that's for sure. Who's all ready for Paul Bunyan? I know I'm looking forward to it. Good evening, Brian. You get away from the tripod. You going to Paul Bunyan, Dan? Yeah, I just talked to Chris today. I'm trying to figure out who's all going and how many rooms we got and everything like that. It sounds like we got maybe 2 vehicles going down this year, depending on who all wants to go. I'm looking forward to it. A weekend away from the chaos here. You gonna pick up one of those bucket lights from Split Forest Stand at all? I know I'm gonna try and pick one up. That's for sure. Hopefully they have some. there because I don't want to pay for shipping. I'm gonna try and put it to work right away when I get back on that maple from my parents' front yard. That's all sitting there in log form, hanging out in the backyard. I figured a lot of that mulch stuff would be perfect to cut up. I believe we're coming in Thursday night. Well, I think we're leaving sometime Thursday during the early morning here, mid-morning. We'll probably get there at the hotel sometime Thursday night, probably like around like 8, 9 o'clock like we usually do, is what always ends up happening. It sounds like Chris, Ken, me, Tony, and Logger Jason might be coming with us. I know Chris's wife might be coming along this year too, so I think it'll be interesting to see who all comes. I'm gonna find out if it sounds like we got 2 rooms, so I'm gonna see if my dad wants to tag along, but I'm just worried he's gonna get bored because he can't hear, so he's just gonna be kind of out of the loop with how much talking we do. You know, I think that's the local shows up in Escanaba and Green Bay and stuff is more his speed for just not being able to hear. It's gonna get kind of long days for him just sitting around while we all talk and everything like that, and he doesn't really know what's going on. And so I think he enjoyed the Escanaba show quite a bit, seeing some of the bigger equipment up there. I think it was a lot better than the Green Bay show. What are you planning on getting, Dan? Can you see it? Yeah, I'm hoping to get that bucket light, and then I'm definitely need a new pair of work boots from hikes. So those are the 2 things I know for sure I'm going to get, and we'll see what else is going to be out there for what I want to possibly pick up or anything like that. Not exactly sure quite yet. Oh, nice. Good content. Always nice to get good things coming to the channel. Yeah, I really like that chipper from Splitfire. That was really something different that I haven't seen. I didn't realize they even had a chipper. I'm looking forward to maybe getting my hands on one of those at some point in the future. You know, another couple years or something like that. It's like $5 grand, so I'm like, instead of burning all the brush and stuff like that, you know, with the hunting property and some tree jobs I do and stuff like that, I think it might be kind of nice to just chip everything up and just let it go to compost or whatever. I'll have to see. But I think my next big purchase is a N&N dump trailer, which I'm hopeful I can try to get next year. Might be ordering another load of logs here, possibly myself. Trying to get some, I would like to get some maple, but I got quite a bit of that after that tree service, so thinking probably get some ash. If I can get my hands on some more cherry or hickory, that'd be nice, but looking forward to trying to get something organized or whatever to keep production up. Got a lot to do, a lot of sorting to do now too, that's for sure. Thinking maybe Friday or Saturday I might put the 592 to work again. Got those big tree service rounds. I might try to split those up or cut those up into rounds to get split. Picking up a couple more IBC totes from someone locally here to me on Friday, hopefully, so I can try and get that going again. Need a couple more bins because I'm full on the totes. I gotta try and find a new place to put them though too. That's the other problem I'm having. Is my dad's tractor can't lift them, so I don't want to put them out in the woods or they get full of leaves and debris and all that sort of stuff. But right where they're sitting, they're kind of in my way for staging of logs and cutting and everything like that. So hey, how's it going, Glowing Firewood? Doing well myself. Just trying to enjoy a nice night and figured go live for a little bit. So how's everyone's week going? Made it through hump day so far, it seems like. Only 2 more days of the work week to go. Downside of live streaming, you gotta be so close to the fire in order for the camera to see me. And it's getting hot. Ooh. that he must have been in there for a while. This would be fur and bones at this point. Wonder how he got into one of those bladders. Yeah, I know how you feel, Glowing Firewood. I got a lot of wood to split myself too. Hey, Chano Lakes Firewood. What Vermeer is that? Is that like a stump grinder or something like that, or is that like a processor? I don't know. I know Vermeer. I don't know what they all. I know they do a lot of stump grinders and stuff like that. Oh, that makes sense, Dan. He fell in and then couldn't get out and just died in there. That's a rough one. Hey, Craig, how are you? Told you I'd get to a live stream at some point here soon before Bunyan, I was hoping. Got done editing a wood chipper. Oh, nice. There you go. Hey, Carl. So you chipped all that red pine then? Bet you that made some nice chips and probably smelled awesome too. How was your trip to Logger Jason's, Brian? Pretty good? I know it seems like he's been fairly busy going around with Timberwolf everywhere to all these shows. I don't know if he went to the Minnesota show or not, but I know he was up in Escanaba with Timberwolf, Matt. Yeah, you're gonna be at Bunyan Carl again this year? I'll have to catch up if you are again. I know I'll be going down there with Chris and a handful of other guys again. Nice. Yeah, I've always wanted to, I got to get up to my logger Jason's here one of these days and give him a hand or whatever. I'm going to try and talk to Chris about some ideas I got for next year here. See if we can do some wood yard stops, whether it be out east or some local ones on a weekend or something. I think that'd be good content, whether I go with Chris or maybe do it myself or something. We'll see how the spring goes and see where I'm at with production. Looking forward to seeing you there, Carl. I think that'd be a good time. I'm looking forward to it quite a bit of Bunyan. That's a lot of wood chips there, Chino Lakes. That's a lot of wood chips. You just let them compost around. You don't put them in by your firewood rows or anything like that or that just compost down and turns into garbage there or whatever. No, other way. Come over here. No. Go around. Come over here. No. Come over here. Come here. Come on. Or just be dumb. Now you're not too far from me, Craig. I mean that's not too bad. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, I'd really like to get out to that Hope event at some point, and I'm like, maybe I can convince Chris we need to take like a week or something like that next year and make the Hope the final destination and hit up a bunch of wood yards out on the East Coast, you know. Maybe stop and see Dan in Ohio and Adam out in Pennsylvania and Jack in Maryland and Matt in Jersey, and just kind of hit the East Coast for a little bit and crash at some people's places for a night or something like that, or I don't know, we'll figure out some logistical thing, you know. Some people don't work full-time jobs and some people don't, so I just think it'd be kind of cool to kind of try to go on the East Coast and meet some of these people and get to that Hope event on the very end of it, or start with the Hope event and then go around after the fact of, you know, I know Chris wants to do some more traveling here in the future and make some more content, you know, or see some manufacturers, you know, stop at Timberwolf and see their manufacturing plant or something. I don't know, just throwing some ideas out there. I'm going to talk to Chris. Yeah, hey Rob, how's it going? Yeah, I think that's what I was kind of thinking, you know, like just like a tour of, you know, stopping and see people or wood yards, even if you have channels or don't have channels or something. I think that'd be kind of fun, you know. Bring some saws with us or something. Definitely, I think, didn't Jack and a bunch of other people stopped at your cabins the day before Hoosier there then and spent the night, Dan? I think that would be kind of, you know, I've seen, you know, you showed me some pictures and some videos of your cabin. I think that'd be cool to see that in person. World tour, yeah. I wish. I'm hoping we get a good winter of plowing in so I have some more vacation time so I can actually take some more time off. I'm burning 2 days, my last 2 days of comp, and I get a couple more vacation days to burn up before the end of the year, so I might have to take some time off again and just go work in the wood yard again. Oh, you're right by me then, Chino Lakes. I didn't realize that. That makes sense with your name, Channel Lakes and Wapaka. Oh, now that I see your actual username, I know who you are now. Ohio Joe is doing world tour videos. I think he's probably too busy to go around and see other wood yards, isn't he? He's got his own business he's got to run. Are you really, Dan? Jeez. That's the problem with when you got to work full time. You don't have time to actually get out in the wood yard. That's what I'm hoping, Rob. I'm hoping it snows every single Friday night and Saturday night, so I get time and a half and double time on Sundays plowing snow, and then all week we gotta clean up snow piles. Because the winters, if we don't get snow, get kind of long and boring for me at work. I'm hoping that we actually get a decent amount of snow. All these little piddly snowfalls really don't do a whole lot because it's all just salt brining and brushing sidewalks and stuff because we don't plow unless we get a couple inches. So hoping we get some substantial snowfalls here. Really? I did not know that. Well, maybe Joe will come up here by Chris and maybe he can stop over by me or something like that. I think me and Chris would just rather go to work people's wood yards and go to work. Bring some chainsaws or a splitter or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out if we want to do it or something. I think it'd be fun though. I just got rid of my snowmobile, unfortunately. But I cracked the tunnel on mine because I'm too hard on all my stuff. What's wrong with the snow, Jeremiah? It's great. You just gotta buy a snowmobile and you can love it more. I know Chris hates the snow because he hates moving it because it all does make more work for him. Might have to do that, Rob. Might have to come down there here. If we have the Hoosier this year, maybe we'll leave a day early or something and swing on by or something. Have you gotten to any of that locust yet, Jeremiah? That looks like some nice stuff, that black locust. I know that's what I deal with quite a bit. Or not quite a bit, just a little bit over at our hunting property. There's an area where we got some of that stuff. Yeah, but a boat stands for break out another 1,000. Plus, you can actually enjoy snowmobiling in the winter. You can add layers and be comfortable. I just sweat through everything. In the summer, it gets too hot. But I guess that gives you an excuse to take the boat out and get out of the wood yard because it's too hot. I wish I got more locusts. I got a little bit of it, and I think there might be a couple more trees we got to take down out there at some point, but it's kind of in an area where it's in the middle of our hunting property and it's surrounded by a property line and farm field, so we always have a very short amount of time to get anything done out there. Ouch. Yeah, the transmissions aren't cheap, that's for sure. Plus a lot of those backing up. We just talked to our local concrete guy today. He was helping us, and I think he was saying Boss snow plows are like 10 to 15,000 to have them with the mount and the plow and to have them hook it up and everything like that. I'm like, that's just insane. You got a kiln out there in Wapaka? Maybe we gotta reach out here and figure out a time that I can make it out by you there, because you're not very far from me, considering I'm over here in Amarillo, Pickett area. So I was camping in Wapaka last year. I drove through it a couple weeks ago or whatever, so. I got plenty of hickory. I just gotta get it out of the woods over in our hunting property. That's a problem. I'm hoping to get ahead here at my parents' place and then start focusing on the other wood yard, so I don't have to travel as much to haul wood to the campground I deal with. Yeah, I knew it was something stupid like that for taxes. It's nuts. Or for those plows. It's because he was saying, he's like, yeah, you wonder why all these guys with these rusted old trucks and these these old plows are, they're charging as much as we do, and we gotta pay for new equipment, and these guys are just got all their old equipment running everything into the ground because it's just cheaper to deal with that than trying to buy anything new. Jeez. I definitely gotta come visit you, Garrett. That sounds like a fun day over there. A real fun day. Lots of stuff to do. I'm just burning a bunch of ash, Craig, from work. All that stuff that was in the driveway here this past winter. I gave most of it to my dad. We probably got about, I want to say between everything I got, probably close to 3 cords. So my dad's got, I want to say like 2.5. I took almost a full face cord camping Labor Day weekend out of it. So I got some chunks left here, and I got a bunch of wood stacked up against the garage I took. So hoping to burn it down a little bit so I can get to the rotted stuff yet I haven't even taken out, and try to rip that tree out on the other side of the garage yet too. Come over here. Come here. No, you don't gotta go by the fire. It's all warm there. Come here, this way. Now, come here, Amy. Come here. Come right here. There you go. Sit right here. You're I got a local company right in town called Shipping Containers Unlimited, and they ship all over the state and stuff like that. So I just wonder, I don't know how much they are and what it would be like to set up a kiln like that or anything like that. I think it'd be kind of cool, but again, space, time, money, energy. We'll see how big I want to build the business here. I'm excited to get some extra help here this fall here after Bunyan, it sounds like. So I just gotta try and get some more logs delivered and sort the oak that I got from the rotted to the stuff that's too big to go, too big for the tractor. Don't feel so bad, Jeremiah. I did the same exact thing. I'm like, I knew when I met Rob up in Escanaba, I'm like, oh, I remember him, but I don't remember his name. So I think we all do, Rob. He said all of us have too much work to do and not enough time. 3-year plan? That wouldn't be bad. I think I need a dump trailer first, and then probably gotta buy another truck after that, because I don't know how long this one's gonna last. It's already started to rotting out a little bit, but hey Bill, how are you? How are you trying to do that, Brian? Does more heat, less pipes or something like that? Yeah, that's for sure, Rob. That's why I'm going to go with the N&N galvanized trailer like Chris has got. And one nice thing is that my work has got a wash bay, so usually what we end up doing is we always end up pulling our trucks inside when it's snowing out, and then pull the plow trucks out and take off, so because otherwise they just get in the way when we're trying to plow our parking lot at the end of the day. So, and then we don't have to clean up our vehicles, and it's all heated in there. So I know a lot of guys will wash our trucks here, you know, after the snow, you know, we come in and wash our plow trucks and stuff like that as we come back in to the end of our day. And then usually within the next day or two, a lot of people are in the wash bay washing their own personal vehicles to get all the salt and all that other stuff we put out off of it. Hey Ryan, yeah, it is a good night for a fire. That's why I figured I got done with my video for Friday and said, what the heck, we'll sit out here for like an hour or so. Give me something to do. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Brian. Yeah, we are, Craig. We are representing very well in the live stream here. Yeah, the power washer built in for the wash bay, so usually by the time I'm done washing my truck, my boots are pretty well soaked and I'm pretty tired, so it's like our trucks are inside anyways, so, and I don't live very far from work, so I don't have to drive in the crud that much too. And I've been taking the ATV to work every day all summer long because I don't want to deal with driving the truck such a short distance and causing more problems than good. That's why I'll never be able to get a diesel. You don't want to be embarrassed, Rob? It's at least you live not in the terrible part of the state where you live in. It's embarrassing. Just move up to Wisconsin then. It's better up here. You should see how much salt we put down, Dan. It's nuts. It's crazy. I'm like, holy crap. And I try to use it sparingly, and then I get yelled at because I don't put enough down in the intersections and on the hills and stuff. So it's just like, ugh. It's like, I hate it. I think we got to get Jeremiah and Craig out to Bunyan one of these years. Have you ever been out to Bunyan, Jeremiah? I know you haven't gone the couple years I've gone. I've seen pictures of Rob's wood yard, and it's nuts with how much. How big was that tree that you got dropped off, Rob? Like a 60-inch oak tree or something like that a couple years ago, you were saying? I mean, just the picture of that alone is crazy. You definitely got to come out to Bunyan one year, Jeremiah. It's a good time. There's a lot of nice equipment out there, too, and a lot of familiar faces and stuff like that. Yeah, 64 inches at the base. That's nuts. But I don't think Rob is classified as a fib because he was born and lived in the UP, so he sounds like more like a Youper than a fib. Okay, I need the fire poker. I'm gonna let that burn down for a little bit before I put that chunk on. It's already hot. Have a good night, Brian. Hopefully you get some work done tomorrow. I won't be, not until Friday maybe. I said we got some big red oaks over out in our hunting property, but I don't know how the heck we're gonna get them out of that woods. That's my problem. And my grandma's got a big elm in the front yard too. That thing's massive. Chano Lakes, I believe you can, I think my email is linked to my account where you can send me an email or something like that. Send me an email and so I can get your number or whatever. We can, probably not this fall, but maybe next spring or something like that, we can meet up and do some work in your yard or something like that. I think it'd be a good time. I don't mind doing some work if I get ahead a little bit here. I don't mind traveling, it's not too far. I'm hoping to try and get down by Craig here next year. And I would love to see Jeremiah's place too. A mini excavator, that's where it's at. My coworker's got one that we've used a couple times for work. He's brought it in, and it's been a very nice asset to have in certain situations when we're doing digs and stuff like that. Because sometimes the backhoe can't get to everywhere. Oh goodness, this is hot. How much you sell firewood on Chano Lakes as well? What are you selling at on Marketplace for a face cord? Just kind of curious, because I'm starting to match Chris's pricing now. Okay, I got a decent customer base. Okay, so I'm right where you're at. I'm at 100 a face cord for mixed hardwood, and I bumped my oak up right before Labor Day weekend at 120 a face cord. I'm gonna probably bump my hickory up to 130. I'm still not sure what I want to bump my cherry up to for campfire wood. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that as well, Bill. I'm hoping to do bundles next year here, especially kindling bundles with the cedar I got. I'm debating on what I want to do for the mixed hardwood. I might want to bump that up to 110 next year if I'm going to be buying another log truck of stuff, so... Damn, that must have been a big delivery or a long delivery or something to get 200. Within 20 miles. I do free delivery within 10 because that includes Omro, Ripon, and part of Oshkosh for me. So I don't mind doing that because usually I can kind of I go through those cities quite frequently, so I can usually figure out a way to drop them off within a schedule of when I'm going through them. Have a good night, James. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to sell my barkless cherry for. I was thinking about doubling the price. If someone wanted a whole face cord of all barkless cherry, So I was thinking about going like 240 or 250 a face cord just for the strictly of all barkless. Yeah, there's one restaurant a coworker's family member owned, and he bought cherry from me when I was first starting out, and I didn't bump up the price too much, and it was just they have a commercial smoker that they use cherry for, and I reached out to him for the last couple of years. Oh, we're good yet, and then I'm like, I'm tired of reaching out trying to figure out when I can deliver wood to you. You say you need it, but then I'm like, I'm just kind of gotten sick of it, so I said, whatever, I'm over it, and then I haven't heard nothing since from them, so I'm like, kind of whatever. I got an old coworker who's actually my gym teacher in elementary school, and he does firewood, and he's got I believe it's a small portable multi-tech processor that he just pulls behind his side-by-side, and he buys oak from the same guy that I do, and he seasons his oak for 2 years and sells it for $90 a face cord. Otherwise I believe it's $250 or $230 for a full cord, and I'm like, dude, you gotta raise your... But he doesn't deliver. He doesn't have a truck. He's got nowhere to deliver it. People are coming up from Milwaukee buying a couple of cords. Like, I think they're getting 2 cords at a time and hauling it back down to Milwaukee. Dude, I wish. I mean, my dad's got like a dozen apple trees or something in the backyard, and we've only got 1 tree down, and it's still laying in log form. But that tree already had mushrooms growing out of it before we even took it down. It's just kind of a... If I ever got my hands on a bunch of apple, I'd be selling it for really expensive because it's so hard to find. Especially to get a face cord out of it too, because those trees don't get very big. I got a local guy here in town that opened up a restaurant, and on Sundays he's usually got the smoker out, so he's been doing that. And he said he starts his smoker with oak to get a good hot coal bed, and then to get the smoke flavor he does a mixture of either cherry or hickory, and then once he's got the meat wrapped, then he puts oak back in it just to keep the temp up. $150 to $180 for a cord of seasoned wood. I mean, there's a couple times where I've seen a couple people are just like, if I had a dump trailer, I'd jump all over that, just say I'll take it all, and then dump it and then throw it back into a trailer or something like that. I just worry about the couple times I have bought wood from other people, it's just garbage wood, you know, partially rotted, big chunks or whatever. Bill, check out the 1165V from Splitfire. I just did a video about them, and it's only a 7-ton splitter, but I mean, if you're looking for an economical one, I think it's only around, I think it's like $5 for that one. And it's a real nice design. It can do quite a bit for just being a little tiny splitter. Nice. 130 cords, I wish. I don't got the time. I'm about up to I'm about up to 20 cords a year. I think once I get a dump trailer, I think that will speed up the delivery process for me quite a bit, so I'm not having to do so much handling. I would love to build some bins like Chris has got, but I don't got the space. Really, Bill? I know they might have some available unless they're all sold. I know I was talking to Marco, the owner of Splitfire. He said they were planning on hoping to bring some machines down there that weren't sold at Bunyan so that someone can buy them. So if you're interested in one, I would go talk to him right away and see if there's anything available at Bunyan you can buy that day. I'm really interested to see your wood yard, Chano Lakes. I think that's going to be a sight to see, in my opinion. I think that'd be something really cool. Oh, you got yours right at Bunyan, Dan? I mean, that's the way to do it. You get some show sales or something like that or whatever. How big of a trailer do you got, Chano Lakes? Is it like a big dump trailer you got, or a dump truck or something like that? Yeah, that's my plan, Bill, is I'm gonna go see him first thing Friday morning to get that bucket light. I want to get mine bought right away so I don't have to deal with waiting or have it risk being sold out or whatever. I think I got a lot of ideas to use that for different things and stuff like that. How much do you sell your bundles for, Chano Lakes, at your roadside stands? I'm thinking about putting one up myself here at my house. I just don't know if I can. I talked to the city already about it, but they said I can do it. There's nothing against it. I just have to keep it out of the road right away. But I live on a pretty quiet street, so I don't know how well it's going to sell for me, but I think when word gets around, I could possibly have a lot less with the quick trips in town. You know, if I can sell them cheaper than they do, I think I'll be fine. You sell your slab wood cheaper just because of the fact it's not very desirable? That's what I was thinking about, Bill, is doing $5. And I wasn't going to do a deal at all. I'd just leave them at $5, because I think at $5 a piece is pretty reasonable. I was going to probably end up doing like what is it? The 0.75 cubic feet bundles, just to kind of keep the size consistent with Quick Trip and just be cheaper. I think that would be kind of my plan. That's the same thing here, Craig. It's 2 for $14, and those bundles are 0.75, and it's from Arndt's Forest Products. So essentially, I think they're just kind of like what Chris said, heat treated. You know, they're not in that kiln for very long, so maybe they are kiln dry, but they don't look the greatest sometimes. There's a lot of moisture inside of those. bundles, it seems like, every time I stop at a Quick Trip. Yeah, I was thinking about doing barbecue wood, chain of lakes for $10 at least. 1 cubic foot bundles. So I guess maybe if I do 1 cubic foot bundles, I do $6 for them, and then maybe do $6 a bundle for 1 cubic foot bundles, and then do 4 for $20. They can, or it'd still be $5, I guess, or something. I don't know. How's your access doing, Carl? Speaking of that, you liking it quite a bit? Seems like you're doing quite a bit of work with it. That 1165 just keeps impressing me with what it can do. And with how compact it is, you know, like if I were to get one, I could leave it in my garage and make bundle wood here. Do 6 or 3 for 15. Reach out. What do you got going on in Ripon, Craig? Are you gonna be with coworkers again, or you'll have some time for yourself? Because I'm about. If you do go to Ripon, you gotta check out Modern Rental. That's the big Husqvarna dealership there. Too bad you're not going there next week. They got their big quarterly sale, but I don't think they got any chainsaw specials this year either. They just got buy one get one free on chains of Husqvarna or Oregon chains, and then some deals on bar oil and fuel and stuff like that. More time? Well, if you're gonna be in Ripon, shit, I can go pick you up then, and we can come back to my place and I can take you back or whatever if you want to, or something like that, or whatever. I said, who knows? Maybe there'll be a special machine in my wood yard that week that I might be having show up, depending upon someone's schedule. Cause I work till 3:30 during the week, and then I can probably get out to Ripon right around 4 o'clock or something like that. I believe we are at the Fairfield, Bill. I think Logger Jason picked up our rooms, and I think Chris bought one and Logger Jason got the other one or something like that, but it sounds like he might be, we gotta figure it out. It sounds like he might be brooming with Timberwolf again or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the situation is there. Chris said that he'll figure it out and let me know next week. And I said, sounds good. Yeah, like literally, like Ripon is, I think I'm like my parents' place or my wood yard is like 7 or 8 minutes away from Modern Rental and Ripon. So, and I go through Ripon every single time I go bow hunting, because that's where my hunting property is about 40 minutes away. But yeah. Shoot me a message on Facebook or something like that. We can connect up or whatever. If you want a good place to eat, you gotta check out Roadhouse Pizza in Ripon. They got some fantastic pizza and some really good beer. They got a bunch of craft beers and stuff like that there. Oh, I agree with you, Rob. That'd be the way to do it, but I don't got a climate controlled garage except out in Princeton, so well, that didn't work. I'm gonna burn my leg hairs off some more. I'm covered in ash now. Yeah, because I'll be back from Bunyan that Sunday night, which would be the 5th. So that gives me a whole week to try and get caught up on some stuff at the wood yard. Then if something shows up, you might be meeting Chris possibly too, if he's there. We haven't figured out that schedule yet, but I know he said he wants to come out to my wood yard at some point too, so. Otherwise, you can always run the brute force. I didn't want to take that. I wanted to take that up to Bear Paw, but Jason said they had enough equipment up there, so I didn't. It'd be a lot easier if I got a dump trailer then too, so I can actually haul that thing around instead of bumper pulling it, because bumper pulling it's not fun, especially going down the highway at 75. There you go, Bill. Enjoy the ride. Dan. Yeah, that'd definitely be a ride, all right. That notch cut of ash is really freaking hot. Okay, I gotta move over again. Chain of Lakes, you should, if you're looking for a resplit machine, you should go with that XS that Lily's Farm and Firewood Matt got. That thing is fast. I think it's a, if Craig, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's a 22 RS cylinder and motor on a 17 RS or something like that. I know it's something goofy like that where it's like a 4.5 second cycle time. It's quick. I think if I would have get a Wolfridge machine, I think I would have get the same one that Rob got from outside in the 515, which would be like the 28 Pro X or whatever. I really like that. Oh yeah, the super split, that'll do it. Okay, that's what it is. Yep, you're right, Craig. I knew it was something like that. I couldn't figure. I didn't remember. But that thing is extremely nice. Damn, on a super split. I really wish brute force had an hour meter on my splitter. Josh, the owner, says they're not reliable because it's just a vibration hour meter, but it would still be nice to have an idea of how many hours I've put on it so far, so I know when to do oil changes and stuff like that. I just try and do oil changes in the thing twice a year and be done with it, just to keep it running good. You know, oil's cheap compared to a new motor, that's for sure, but I have never had any problem with with the Kohler motors at all or anything like that. So really, are they pretty accurate channel lakes, or are they not really? I have not yet, Dan. I probably could. Hey Jeff, how are you? It was nice talking to you yesterday about a whole bunch of stuff during the meeting, or after the meeting and before. Wisconsin's representing pretty dang good tonight, that's for sure. Huh. Well, we'll have to do that then. I got a buddy of mine who likes doing tinky electrical work, so maybe I can have him help me or whatever. Because I hate doing stuff like that. I got an issue with my truck right now, and I'm like dreading to get that work done. Huh. Sensor wire on the spark plug wire. We'll have to try and do that then. Alright. I'm getting tired. That's not too bad. Probably get a couple of them then. I know, speaking of hour meters, I was kind of surprised when I took my 592 into the shop to get some computer updates on it, and I was surprised at how little hours I had on that thing. I thought for sure I would have more hours on it, considering I grab it all the time, but I guess when you think about how much work you're doing, running hours is way different than working hours, because you turn off that saw quite a bit and let it idle and stuff like that. I wonder why your collar seemed loose. It popped off a little bit. I'm surprised you didn't pull it off already. Yeah, that seems a little better, a little tighter. Or is that too tight on you? No, I think that's the same hole you always use. Have a good night, Rob. Go Browns. Dan. Well, good thing I'm not a Packer fan, so I don't have to worry about the Packers. Huh. Yeah, I don't like keeping my machines outside. I usually take the splitter and the tractor inside the garage all the time every time I am doing when I'm done splitting. Anyway, it's got rained on a couple times and stuff like that, but usually it's sitting in the garage as much as it can be. What's the camera battery like? It's getting down there. I think I'm gonna probably call it a night too here pretty quick. I gotta get up in the morning, but at least we're done pouring concrete for the year. Thank goodness. I'm glad about that. Sounds like we gotta fix a street light tomorrow morning, or finish up putting a new street light up, and then take the forms off the concrete and do some saw cutting and do some dirt work. And we gotta mow yet this week, so it sounds like we might be mowing to tomorrow too or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a busy week. I haven't even mowed my yard for over a week yet again, so that might be a weekend thing at this point, or Friday, one of the two. Appreciate it, Bill. It's a great idea. It definitely helps. Seems like you have a really good operation up there. Chain of Lakes, you know. I'm kind of interested to see it. I had the Lions winning the Super Bowl last year, Carl. They did not do me too well after they got upset by the Commanders, but they looked great against the Ravens. The local bar owner here in town is a Ravens fan, so I was so happy to see them lose. No, if only I could have gotten Amon-Ra St. Brown for my fantasy team again this year. That would have been nice. Of course, I got CeeDee Lamb and he gets hurt now again, so get to deal with that fun for the next couple of weeks. See ya, Bunyan, Dan. Looking forward to up to catch up. Maybe we can talk some truck pricing again. Or some knowledge. I'm probably gonna take the live stream down here. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Jeez, you do everything, it seems like, Chain of Lakes. That's a lot. I'm interested to see your operation. That sounds like a good day there. Maybe I can see if Chris can come out as well too. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate everyone sticking around and chatting for over an hour. Been nice. We'll hopefully see some people at Bunyan. Otherwise, we'll talk to you all next time. Firewood fella, logging off.